Good morning, good afternoon, and konpawa, wherever you are in the world. Morning, woohoo!
Dang!
This
Hi.
is Rita Kamishiro, and you are now listening to the comfiest corner of the internet, RKNGL Radio, where you can kick back, relax, and enjoy the company of me, all of the amazing archangels we have here today, and our wonderful guest today. Woohoo! Icho! Round of applause.
Yes! Thank you!
Of course. And for those who don't know, Icho is Production Kawaii's second generation puppy cafe maid. Wow. On her channel, you'll find her playing games, doing ASMR, and chatting. Recently, she's been playing a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's, The Mortuary Assistant, and Minecraft. So if that sounds like a fun time, be sure to hang out with her and the partners over on her YouTube channel. But without further ado, I'll go ahead and hand it over to the lovely she herself for a self-introduction. Go right ahead.
Okay. Thank you for having me, Rita.
Of course.
I am Steve from Production Kawaii Gen 2. As Rita said, I am a maid at a puppy cafe. So, I like my little cozy cafe with rain and puppies running around. It's really cozy.
Oh, I love
And and I do like playing horror games a lot. That's what I've been doing a lot lately. I finished Mortuary Assistant. I somehow got the good ending.
Oh, good.
That was really scary. It really freaked me out. And I'm in the middle of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Okay.
But I'm probably gonna pick up even more spooky stuff in October. So
Oh, I love to see it. Oh, okay, we were talking about this beforehand, but we definitely need to do some spooky stuff as well this October.
Yes.
We were talking
Definitely.
about Dead by Daylight. I had tried Dead by Daylight last October, and I've been meaning to reach out to you for so long because I heard that you also, enjoyed playing Dead by Daylight, and I thought, oh my gosh, if I had someone like she playing with me, I feel like I'd do so much better. I wouldn't scream as much, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
not the
gosh.
best at Dead by Daylight, but I really do like playing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, for those who may not be familiar with you, if you had to sum up yourself in maybe like a few words, a phrase, maybe, what is your charm point? What do we expect from Icho?
I guess I talk a lot.
Oh, that is more than
I
welcome
talk a
here.
lot. I'll just ramble, chat will say something and I will just ramble about it.
A kindred spirit, if you will.
I talk quite a bit. So that's probably
my gosh. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you have plenty of fun chatting today because that is the goal for today. We want you to have fun talking about things you're passionate about today. And I believe today's topics are animals, horror movies, and reality TV shows. So we're going to have a very fun hour. I hope you all are very excited. I have something real quick, though, before we jump into our main topics today. I was scrolling through your channel, and I noticed you had a very, very popular stream very recently. And I want you to tell us about, if you don't mind, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and tell us about it.
So, yeah, I was not expecting... you see, it's always the weird. Whenever I do something weird is when new people decide to watch me. But so I had a live birth stream, and it was just kind of the unfortunate result of multiple long-running jokes on my channel. So back in December, I think.
Wow.
I was on vacation and I was doing Twitter Spaces and stuff while I was gone. Somehow, I don't know how it came up that somehow we came up with this joke that I was carrying Chat's baby.
Oh,
And so
I'm intrigued to see how that line of thinking came about.
I don't even remember, and it's Last to the Void in Twitter Space, so I don't remember exactly what happened.
You had to be there
But-
and remember it.
Yeah, and so then just kind of going forward from there, it would just every once in a while I would be like, Chat baby, as a joke. And I think everybody thought I wasn't going to do anything. And I was like, it's been 9 months since we said that. So I planned a whole birth stream, and I wore a little belly, and
An
We
immersive
did a gender
experience.
reveal.
Oh my gosh.
Chat voted what like one or two, and it decided what gender the baby was.
Oh.
And then it was fireworks, and then it caused a little forest fire. But that's okay.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta be careful with those gender reveal parties. Gosh.
You gotta be careful with them. It's dangerous. There's a little forest fire, but that's all right.
That's okay.
And then they voted to name the baby. I just kind of names from chat, and then we did like a tournament style
bracket.
to name it. And the name was Optimus Prime Dumpy Icho.
Oh my gosh.
So write the name on that little fella. It was a boy.
Yeah. Oh, does he have a little nickname?
Opdy, just like
Okay.
OPDY, because
Opdy.
like shortened. And so that happened, and then the contraction started.
Oh my gosh!
And everyone was like, push. And then he came out, and it looks just like Plotner's.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. He was also okay. This is explaining.
Okay, go ahead.
He had grapes on his head. He was grape flavored because we made a joke back when I played. What was it? Not that game. It was Outlast 2. Outlast 2, the main character's wife gives birth to this baby, and it's like super purple because babies look like aliens when they're born.
Okay.
And so I made a joke that he was like grape flavored or something. And so this baby was also grape flavored. And then, oh my god. And then, oh my gosh. How do I even explain this one?
Oh, by all means, I'm so excited. I'm ready. I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
And then, here's how I can explain. Okay, so have you ever seen pictures of those babies in like the x-rays and their arms are like pinned up?
No, but keep going.
Okay, well, when babies take x-rays, they look really funny. They have to put in this weird thing and their arms are like pinned up.
Do they
And I found
T-pose?
this picture, kind of, but their arms are like straight above their head, like pinned against their cheeks.
I got you.
They're like in this little like tube thing.
Oh, wow.
and so it's really weird. I didn't know that until I saw this image on the internet of someone photoshopping that. Instead of like the medical tube thing, they put them like in a blender with a lady adding vodka to it. A lady was putting vodka in there. And so like I laughed about that picture. So I was like, blender baby. And I laughed about it. And so that was something that would come up every once in a while too. And so then
did you put on the No!
I took it to the kitchen.
How long was the stream? What an exhilarating, like, hour, 2 hours. Oh my god.
The stream itself was 3 hours, but a lot of it was just chatting. All of that happened within like the first 30 minutes or so.
What an eventful 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Circle of life.
The circle of life, oh gosh.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Well, it sounds like you all had so much fun. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen it yet, do go check it out. And also check out the rest of the videos on She's channel. You can tell how much fun they have over there as well. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so glad we got to share that with everyone. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was an interesting time.
Well, I think that's a great time to move into our first topic today. Now, you mentioned one of the things you wanted to talk about today, or one of the things that you're passionate about, are animals. So is there a particular reason why you brought this as a potential topic for today?
I just have a lot of like random like animal facts. I love learning about them.
Oh, okay.
And like the environment and stuff. I think it's so interesting. So like I studied it a lot.
Yeah.
And I just like, I don't know. I just think it's so cool.
What draws you to the study of animals?
I don't know. I think I just like, I don't know. It's so cool to like see like all the different things about like each individual animal and how like things kind of work together and like create a balance. I don't know. It's just like
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but I just think that's so cool.
Do you seem like the kind of person who would really enjoy like animal like shows, not just like documentaries, but all those like fun shows like Wild Kratts or Zaboomafoo? Like, do you have any favorite shows like that?
I used to love Zaboomafoo. I watched it all the time as a kid.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I love Zaboomafoo.
Do you have any other fun shows you want to recommend for anyone out there who's interested in animals and animal facts?
I'm always a fan of like zoo documentaries and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think those are really fun. Or like everyone knows like Steve Irwin, right? And his family has a show now.
Yeah.
Up for their zoo, and that's really cool. There's so many good shows out there. Like there's so many good ones.
Oh my gosh. But I think that begs the question then. Aside from puppies, what other animals do you like? Are there any animals you dislike? Maybe you get a little bit of a spook from?
I like all kinds of animals. My favorite animal ever is
Mhm.
actually a pig.
Oh!
I really like pigs. They're so smart, and I just feel like they're so underappreciated. They're like a really smart animal. So I like them a lot.
Oh. Can we get a
As
pig
far as
fact?
animals. Yes. Okay, so pigs actually can't look up. They're physically incapable of like looking up all the way. Yeah, just how they're just built like that.
Like their head, they can't move their head
Yeah,
up? Or how about their eyes?
I mean, they can move their eyes around, but they can only like look up so far.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
What if something like comes to attack them from above? Are they just...
they're
done?
bacon.
Oh
They're
my
bacon.
gosh. They're bacon. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That is so fun. I love people who just
Yeah.
have random facts about things. So I might ask you periodically for a random animal fact, and
Oh my
you're
gosh,
more than
I have
welcome.
so many.
You're more than welcome to throw random animal facts at us. But
I
Mhm.
think my favorite one is about otters, like sea otters. And they have like, if you look at
Okay.
other animals that like live around them, like a lot of them have blubber, like seals have a lot of blubber, but otters don't have that, and that's because they have so much fur. It's like so dense. They have 1,000,000 hairs per
Mm.
square. Like it's so compact that like the water doesn't even touch their skin. It's just like the fur protects them.
Oh
They're
wow.
so fluffy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. How about the animals that maybe you get a little spooked by? Any animals you dislike?
I don't have any animals that spook me. And of course,
Oh.
I'd be spooked if I like a lion jumped out in front of me or something. But I like them.
Right. You respect
I'm
them,
scared
right?
of. Yeah, but I'm scared of some bugs.
Oh,
Bugs
sure.
can get me. I love a lot of bugs. Like I used to like collect worms when I was little. I used to like catch wasps in like a butterfly net
Oh,
and catch
God.
and keep them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
That's so cool.
But I'm really scared of spiders. They freak
Oh
me out.
yeah. I know it's
Yeah.
like I guess it's because part of me, there are two wolves that live inside you, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's like that like spiders, they're part of the ecosystem and they like they eat flying bugs and they keep things in balance. But the other wolf inside you is like, ooh, creepy crawly, like many legs. Like I feel like we've all been conditioned to think about spiders as, spooky Halloween insects. So
Yeah.
the two wolves and me are constantly fighting each other.
Me too. It's like I always say that they smell my fear. Like they all like the amount of times I've had one like crawl onto me. Oh, I hate the feeling of it.
Oh.
I hate it so much. And everyone's like, they eat the other pests. If there weren't spiders, then you'd have other bugs in your house. I'm like, I will take the other bugs, please.
Oh my
I'm so
god.
scared of spiders. I like other bugs, so like I'll be fine.
Spiders are cool. Like I just feel like I can only really interact with them in a controlled area. Have you ever held a spider before?
Yeah. No, I do. I one day want to hold like a tarantula or something.
Oh. Mhm.
Like face my fear, but I'm scared just because like
Mhm.
I feel like if I'm holding a tarantula, like that's someone's tarantula. Somebody loves that tarantula,
Right.
and so I'm really scared that I would like flinch and like, hurt
Right.
it or something.
Right. Like I'd
That's
like
what I'm
move.
scared of.
Right, and it'd fall or something.
Yeah, it feels so bad if I hurt someone's tarantula.
Right. I went to a zoo once, and the tarantula operator was like, "Do you want to hold it?" And I said, I have a couple of stipulations. So I told them, I was like, "Can you like hold my arm still so I don't make any sudden movements?" And then I said, also, if you could like block the rest of my arm, because I don't know why I thought like, because they don't tend to move that quickly normally. You put them on your hand. I was just afraid that they would just crawl up my arm, and so I said, hold my
Yeah.
arm still, block off the rest of my arm, and then you can put the tarantula on. It was only for a few seconds, but very fascinating.
That's what I should do. Those are the two things I'm afraid of too.
Right? Gosh.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Now I have a question for you. I guess
Mhm.
now I'd like a spider fact check. Have you heard the I don't know if this is a myth or if it's a fact. There's a saying that in your life, you'll consume on accident a certain number of spiders just in your sleep with your mouth, because your mouth hangs open. Do you know if there's any truth behind that?
I heard that it's not entirely true, that it's actually really, really rare that would happen. Thank goodness.
Oh gosh.
But I do have a awful spider fact.
Oh no! Go.
So I learned this at a zoo when I was learning about crabs.
Oh.
And she was talking about how crabs molt. And she was like, yeah, they're a lot like spiders. And I was like,
Okay.
what? She was like,
They what now?
yeah. She was like, spiders molt just like crabs do when they get too big. So if you see a dead spider in your house, it's probably not dead. It's probably alive and bigger. And I was like,
and bigger. It's what?
No.
It's somewhere in your house, watching you, listening in.
And he is large.
And he is big. Oh god.
Yeah, I did not like that.
Oh, I thought you had like a spooky encounter with a spider. My gosh.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, I mean that happens a lot. I get jump scared by spiders a lot. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
I had a really awful spider come out at me during a stream. And
Oh, no.
This spider, I don't know how to explain. Like, I've seen spiders. I've seen some decently sized spiders. This guy wasn't, like, much bigger. I mean, he was pretty big. But he just looked, like, different. Like, this guy was built different. He was,
my
like,
gosh.
thick, and he looked like armored. Like, he was, like, a mutant spider.
No.
I
Anime protagonist spider.
actually started crying because I lost him. My brother was gonna come kill him for me, and I lost him, and I was like, he's still in my room. And I'd never seen a spider like that. I was so scared. I started crying on stream, and I slept on the couch for a couple days.
Oh, that I would do the same thing.
But my brother found it later. He said he found a spider in his room, and I was like, what did it look like? And he was like, it was weird. It was like thick. It was like he like described. I know it was the same spider because I'd never seen a spider like that. And he said it started crawling across his desk, and he went to like, get it? And it like kind of like cut in half, and it kept trying to crawl.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
Oh, it was like a freaking mutant zombie spider. It was terrifying.
Oh my gosh. When you said arbor tight, I can just imagine the entire Attack on Spider series. Like, I hope there's not a founding spider or like a beast spider.
Ooh.
I hope for your safety.
Oh no. Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Awful.
Well, let's hear some more positive experiences. What is your experience with animals aside from, of course, being a puppy cafe maid? Do you own any pets?
Oh yeah, I had a lot of pets growing up. I've had lots of dogs. I've had one cat. I only got a cat like as an adult, but I never had cats growing up actually. But we had fish, we had hamsters, gerbils.
Oh my gosh!
Cockatiels. We had sugar gliders, which are so cool. But
wait, what is that?
Oh my gosh.
It's
Sorry,
okay,
1
me
second.
too. Water check, everyone. Water check.
They're like they're a marsupial. They're from Australia. They're really, really soft. Like if you've ever touched a chinchilla before.
Oh.
But they're like these tiny little like kind of like flying squirrels. Almost.
Sugar glider, you said?
Yeah, sugar gliders. They're really, really cute. And they're super social. Like they're a really, really cool animal.
Oh my
The
god.
only downside to them, well, one, you want to have more than one because they're extremely social. But also they really stink. Like they smell so bad. We had this special cage and we like built this whole like ventilation system for it, and it's still like the whole room they were in smelled so bad. So you gotta be ready for the smell if you want them. But they're a really, really cool pet.
Oh my gosh, and I just searched them up. They look so cute.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they were so cool. I also had a rabbit, but I will not be getting a rabbit again.
Really?
I did not have a good experience. I think I got a weird rabbit.
Oh.
But he would like, I don't know. He had like plenty of space. I kept his like cage clean, but he would pee on the walls, like on
the
purpose.
walls?
On the wall. I don't know how he did
does
it. Yeah.
Can bunnies climb? Like,
cage.
do they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he would like, go to the top story and then just like pee on the wall.
No!
Like, it was crazy. It was
Oh my
nuts.
gosh. So, did you have all of these pets at the same time? How many pets have you, what's the most number of pets that you've had at the same time?
The most number of pets would be, I think 8 at once. Because we
Wow.
had like the 2 dogs.
Um.
My brother had, because like basically like in my house, it was like, okay, once you turn 10 years old, you can get your own pet to like teach you
Okay.
responsibility. That was like the whole thing.
Sure.
And so we had the 2 dogs, just like the family dogs.
Mm-hmm.
My brother got 2 sugar gliders because like they needed to like kind of live with another one.
Right.
And then they had babies. So while we were taking care of the babies still, we had 4 of those.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had my rabbit, and my other brother had a bird at the time. So
Wow.
it's a lot of animals.
That is a lot of animals. Oh my gosh. That sounds like so much fun to me.
Yeah, it was. We always said like our house is a zoo right now.
Oh my gosh. Well, as a puppy made cafe, as a pet owner, as someone who obviously loves animals so much, I'm sure your passion for animals extends to making sure that all of our furry friends out there, are taken care of, feeling safe. How can we show our love and support for our furry friends out there? I guess animal advocacy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can like look up what's in your area. Maybe your local zoo might do a lot of stuff. A lot of zoos do things to like help the environment. So you can look through your local zoos. You can also look at your local animal shelters. They usually need a lot of supplies. Usually
Oh.
they'll get a lot of food, but like other stuff like like newspapers, like stuff to put down in their cages. That usually like that's the stuff they're lacking in. So kind of like maybe
Oh.
ask what they need and see if you have
Wow.
anything for them too. Yeah.
It's nice and easy, see?
Yeah.
What's your favorite way of showing, animal advocacy?
I really, really like zoos. I like supporting my zoo a lot.
Ah,
Yeah.
especially zoos that are really, supportive about, animal
Yes.
recovery and
Mhm.
supporting the environment. Yeah, super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them have special programs, like breeding programs, because it's really
Right.
complicated with like endangered species and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, there's programs in zoos where they kind of like all work together, and they're like
Ah,
you have to breed in a very specific way to like bring the population back up. So
right.
like there's a lot of like really cool behind the scenes work that zoos do for the environment.
Oh my gosh. Hear that,
Yeah.
everyone? If you haven't gotten the chance to visit a zoo, I highly recommend it. I remember when I was younger, there was a zoo that I went to and you got to like feed the animals. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. Have you ever done that where you feed like the zoo animals?
Yeah, I fed like goats before. Like a
Oh,
little goat zoo.
oh my gosh. I don't know if it was
Yeah,
a
it's
zoo,
so
but I think I
cute.
visited like a farm. I was like
Mm.
traveling. I was like sightseeing, and we thought to visit a farm because there's a lot of farms nearby, I guess. And we like fed them, and we talked to the farmer, and they talked about like, oh, what is it like, taking care of the animals. It was really nice. It was just really like cool seeing their day-to-day life and how they care for their furry friends.
Mhm.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And I have a question for you. I think this will help everyone get to know you more. But
Mhm.
if you were an animal, which one would you be?
Ooh. Oh, that's so tricky.
I know.
So I've been thinking about this one. I almost want to say bird because I feel like it'd be cool to fly, but I feel like
Okay.
I'd be really angry about not having like wings. I feel
Yeah.
like that would get really old.
Mhm.
Uh, I think. Hmm. I also think it would be really cool to like live in the ocean, but also I'm terrified of the ocean. But maybe if I was like a big old whale or
Right.
something,
You wouldn't be.
then I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so scared if I was like top of the food chain.
There you go.
Or like I feel like something on top of the food chain for sure.
Oh yeah. You hear that? She's on top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I hear a lot from folks that I kind of remind them of a bunny. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, cute. Yeah. You do.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. I feel like, gosh, I feel like whenever I ask my friends, they always say, "Oh, you're like a dog. You're like so full of energy. You're very like, what is the phrase? Your man's best friend is what it is because they're very like loyal and very, fun to hang out with. But gosh, oh, here's a big question: cats or dogs? If you had to choose, I know this is kind of an obvious answer, but
Yeah. So I actually thought I didn't like cats for a long time. but I just never had one.
Oh.
I had like a friend that had like outdoor cats that were grumpy all the time.
Mhm.
But then like I actually got a cat and they're so sweet. They're so
Yeah.
sweet. I really like both, honestly. I think they have like different draws, each one. The
Yeah.
only thing I like about dogs better than cats is that dogs poop outside and I don't have to like take a litter box.
Yeah,
But yeah,
there's
they're both
drawback.
really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like cats are like, I guess they're different. Dogs are cool because they're so like,
Yeah.
they'll just like love you immediately. Like they're just so
Right.
like goofy and they'll just like love you no matter what. And then cats are kind of like, they're a
Tsundere.
bit more independent, but it's more like you have to like earn their love a little bit.
Right,
So
right.
yeah.
Pros and cons. And there's, something for everyone. I agree. Oh,
Hmm.
one thing I've talked about before, the difference between cats and dogs, is that dog owners, like whenever they name their dogs, it's like Max or Oreo. Like very like
Yeah.
common, like, Bailey or something. Very common dog names. And it's like, oh, you must really love your dog. But then you have like cat names that are like, really weird, like dark chocolate or or like morning sunrise. And then it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
must really love your cat. Or it's like bus stop number 1200. Like,
Yeah, there's some funny cat names out there.
oh my gosh. So I always find that really funny. But for those maybe who are interested in getting pets or maybe taking care of pets for the first time, what animal do you recommend for folks?
For a first pet, it kind of depends like how much time you have. I
Mm.
think cats are great because they are a bit more independent. They're like a
Mhm.
bit more, I guess, like low maintenance. Like they don't need your attention all day long.
Mm.
But that is like a bigger pet. I don't know if you want like a smaller pet,
Ah.
then something easy like I think hamsters are really
Oh.
cool. They're just like kind of easy. They don't need like I like lizards, but they need like heat lamps and stuff like that, so that's like a
Ah,
little more
sure.
complicated.
Right, a little bit more investment.
Like some kind of like little rodent, I think is a good like little starter pet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I want to. No, I've been thinking about getting a pet for so long, and I've
Yeah.
been cycling through all the choices, so I'll keep that
Mm.
in mind for sure.
Yeah, I really miss having like a little tiny. I really want like a hedgehog. My cousin had a hedgehog, and
Sonic.
it was so cute, so cute.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you want to share us maybe one last animal fact before we move on to our next topic for the day?
Oh, okay. So, um, let's see. So walruses,
Oh.
have the big long tusks,
Mhm.
and so actually they're very very fragile, and so they kind of need to if they're ever like in captivity, they need to like protect them. They might protect them with like caps or something on the end.
Uh-huh.
So if you ever see that, that's because uh they can get chips in their tusk really easily, and their tusks go all the way up to their brain. So they
Oh.
could easily get like an infection, like a really, really bad infection,
No.
if they chipped their tusk and got an infection all the way up to their brain.
Oh
So
gosh.
yeah, they look so big and strong, but they're actually like pretty fragile, and it can be really bad if they get
Oh
hurt.
wow. So tusk
Yeah.
health is very important.
Yes.
That kind of
Mhm.
reminds me of a random tangent before we go on to our new this your animal fact just inspired me. There was a period of time where YouTube would recommend me these cow hoof trimming videos on YouTube, and they were
Ooh.
so like I guess addicting is the word, because I would just keep watching, because the farmer guy, the way that he would just talk about like his cows was really wholesome and heartwarming. He really cared about his cows, and he would talk about all the different ways that he would care for their hooves. And I just learned so much about, like, I didn't realize that cow hooves had so much to do with their health. And it was so
Yeah.
interesting to see all of that come together. If you
That's
all
so
want
cool.
a YouTube rabbit hole to go into, go search up cow hoof trimming videos.
Yeah, that's
Oh
cool.
my gosh. Well, I think we're gonna move on to our second topic for the day. And you brought up horror movies, but I think you're just a fan of the horror genre. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. Very much so.
Horror
I
films,
love horror.
games, all that.
Yeah,
Gosh.
everything spooky. I love it.
Oh my gosh. So this might be a hard question for you then. What's your favorite horror movie and your favorite horror game? Oh.
Okay, so my favorite horror movie, I really like the Conjuring franchise. I just really
Oh,
like the story, and I
yes.
like the characters as well. Um, and I think it's really interesting because it's like, of course, it's like a movie, so like they change stuff, but it's based off of like the Ed and Lorraine Warren were like real people,
Oh,
and you can like research them. So I really like stuff that connects to real stuff that I can look up later. I like
right.
that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They actually had Ed and Lorraine Warren. They've both passed now, but they had the actual like artifact room was real, and you could go see it.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's open anymore.
Oh.
But I hope that they do open it because I want to.
You're like,
go.
yeah, I want to go. I want to visit.
I want to go. I don't touch anything, but I want to see it for myself.
Oh my gosh. I remember I watched The Conjuring 2 in theaters, and everyone by the end of the movie, when they figured out like the, I don't want to spoil anything, but they figured it out, right? They figured out the name, right? And they were rushing back to the house, and everyone in the theater was like, go, 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 yeah, go! Like it was such a fun experience. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I love horror movies in theaters. Like it's just so different. I remember the very, very first horror movies that I watched, because I used to hate horror. I used to not refuse to watch it, but one of the first ones I watched was like one of the Paranormal Activity movies.
Oh wow!
And it was so fun to like in the theater because there's like it's all like found footage, like home cameras,
right?
And there's like the daytime and the nighttime. So during the nighttime, everyone would like tense up, like you just feel it, like everyone together, and then like whenever it turned daytime, everyone just like collectively, like the whole theater. It was so much fun.
I know it's so much more fun having the full experience. Speaking of the full experience, I'm sure getting immersed in your horror is super fun as well. So what is your favorite horror game?
My favorite horror game, I played a lot of horror games. I'm always looking for new ones. I think the one that was probably like the best combination of like actually like really scary, suspenseful, and fun was I really like the Outlast games.
Okay, tell us about it.
Yeah.
What is it about?
So, there's multiple Outlast games, but the first one is about an insane asylum where there's still people there, but they're not like people anymore. They've like been like tested on. It's like this whole corrupt like place, and you're going in as like a journalist trying to get evidence.
Oh my gosh! So a mystery too.
Yeah. So there's the first one. It's one of those games where you can't fight back.
Oh no!
So if you have to hide or run, and it can be really scary. It's like it's kind of one of those games that's just like really intense the whole time.
Sure.
Like you're just tensed up like the whole time you're playing because you don't know like when you're gonna get like chased or jump scared or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the first one, and then there's Outlast Whistleblower, which is like it's like a short like DLC, and that one was actually my favorite out of all of them so far. And then there's a second one, and they're actually coming out with a new one soon called Outlast Trials, but it's not.
You're excited. You're ready.
Yeah, so I want to play it as soon as it comes out.
Oh my gosh, sounds like a plan. Everyone, mark your calendars to go check out She's channel whenever it comes out. Oh my gosh. How about your favorite horror anime or manga?
You know what? I actually haven't watched much horror anime, and I was talking about that recently. Like, my anime I watched has been mostly like rom-coms, slice of life. Like I love it. I love that stuff.
Oh, I agree.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, I love horror, but I haven't really seen any like horror anime. I've seen like a kind of crime. I've watched Erased.
Yeah,
like
right.
But
like
that
a
was
crime
like
mystery.
horror. It was just more like
Right.
But I like that stuff too. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's probably so many good horror anime that I just haven't watched.
If you like story collections, like episodic things, like vignettes almost, I highly recommend either the Junji Ito collection or Yamishibai.
Ah, okay.
Those are both
I think someone
good.
mentioned that one before, Junji Ito collection.
Oh, it'd be a great October, like spooky season, really get into the mood.
So it's like episodic, like
yeah.
Right? I love that stuff.
I know.
I love that stuff. I've been watching on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. Or is it Hulu? Like 2-sentence horror stories.
Oh
like
my
they're just like fun little like it's not even like really scary, but it's just kind of like fun.
Yeah.
It's like they'll take a 2-sentence horror story and make an episode out of it, and each one's different. I just love like little episodic shows.
Have you? Speaking of 2 sentences, there's a subreddit called 2-sentence horrors or something like that. And it's so I got sucked into it one night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna go to sleep. This is so scary.
Yeah, they can be so creepy. It's like, oh my gosh, they did so much with 2 sentences.
Right? Oh my gosh. So we've talked a lot about your favorites in the horror genre. What about your least favorites? Any horror you're not a big fan of?
I guess one thing. Let's see. I'm not a big fan of like probably not all of them, but this very specific kind of like horror,
Okay, like a
like
subgenre?
comedy, like
Oh.
campy kind of like
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 Shaun of the
Cabin in the
Dead
Woods.
or okay.
Like Cabin in the Woods. It was just I didn't enjoy that one. I don't know, it's just too like I don't know. I feel like it didn't land with me for some reason. I'm not sure.
That's
I like
fair,
if I'm
that's
watching
fair.
horror, I want it to be like really spooky, but then in some parts it was just like kind of weird.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So you're not a huge fan of like the horror comedy subgenre?
Yeah. I mean, there's difference between like parody and then just like horror.
So what are your
comedy.
thoughts on
Yeah.
gosh, what is it called? The scary movie parody series, is that right?
Okay, I actually haven't watched those ones yet. I feel like that could still be fun because it's like it seems like it's very, very like openly comedy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I feel like those could still be fun. But the ones I watched were more like they weren't as directly comedy. It was just kind of like stuffed in there almost. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like a weird mix.
Is there a subgenre that you really love in horror?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love the paranormal stuff, like exorcism stuff.
Yeah.
That's like always so fun. But I also like kidnapping, serial killer stuff.
Like true crime.
Kind of like across the board. Yeah, I love true crime.
What do you think is scarier, true crime stories or supernatural stories?
So that's a difficult question. Because I get more scared while watching like paranormal stuff than true crime stuff. The true crime stuff is more just interesting to me.
Sure.
But realistically, I should be more afraid of like true crime because that's like, oh my gosh, it could happen to me any day of the week. Like it's like much more realistic and like happens all the time. But I don't know why. Like ghosts like freak me out more. And honestly, if I had to choose between like being chased by a serial killer or being haunted by a ghost, I would choose the ghost because I feel like okay, I know what to do.
Right.
I'll be fine.
Like
if there's a serial killer in my house, like I'm only
what can I do?
small.
I know.
What am I gonna do about it? Exactly.
Gosh. Oh my goodness. So you seem like a fan of like true crime documentaries and like do you watch like BuzzFeed Unsolved and things like that?
I watch a lot of so I'll sometimes listen to podcasts. I've watched a couple. But I'm really on true crime TikTok.
Oh my gosh. We were talking before about how we're TikTokers.
Yeah.
Tell
My
us about
favorite TikTok page is called Making a True Crimer. And and this guy will just like he has different like kind of they'll do like special like cases, go over a case of someone that was murdered or someone that disappeared, or they'll be like, oh, like worst deaths at theme parks. It's just like all this like stuff like all in one.
Yeah.
It's always covered so well and like in such an interesting way. I love it so much.
It's like a morbid curiosity. I don't know. It's just so like I don't want to say fascinating. Fascinating isn't the right word. It's I guess disturbing is one of the right. It's like you have to know. It's like, oh my gosh, did that happen? Like what happened?
Yeah.
Gosh, I guess exactly morbid curiosity is the best way to put it.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Like I watched or I listened to a podcast about actually I didn't know about him before the podcast, but a serial killer named Albert Fish. And it was like the most disturbing like stuff I've ever heard. But I watched like all 4-hour-long parts of it. I just had to know.
Right, you just have to know. And like when it comes to true crime stuff, it's also nice to see how like all the affected parties like found justice and like were able to wrap things up. And it's just interesting to see because it's almost like whether it's true crime or supernatural, it almost feels like you're putting together pieces of a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncover the mystery almost. Gosh. For those who maybe, are listening to us talk about horror and thinking, oh my gosh, are you crazy? Like, horror is so frightening. Can you explain what it is, the appeal of horror for those folks?
Yeah, so I actually used to hate horror. I used to hate being scared. I refused to watch, like I was that kid, like if my friends are watching a horror movie, I will go to the other room until it's over. Like I'm not gonna watch it. I refused. And then I guess it was what got me into it was FOMO, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my brothers and my cousins were going to watch one of the Paranormal Activity movies. I think
Okay.
it was a couple movies in.
Uh-huh.
It was one of the newer ones. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love hanging out with everyone. Like, I want to go. I'm going to be so mad, but I'm scared. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to suck it up. I'm going to do it. So I watched like
Mhm.
all the previous movies at home by myself. And then I went and watched that new one. I couldn't sleep that night. But that kind of like broke me in to like horror.
Oh,
And then I kind of like just kind of eased my way into it, and I
sure.
was like, okay, it's like a safe adrenaline rush almost.
Yeah, like a
It's like
roller
you can like
coaster.
feel those feelings, but you're okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's just like a fun feeling. I think I
Right.
also really like spooky stuff just because like I really love like fall and Halloween,
Oh
just like
my
the whole
gosh.
vibe of the season, and
Yeah.
so it kind of like ties into that too. It's just like a whole like feeling about it that I really like.
Oh my gosh, I completely agree. Do you have like a beginner's horror movie you want to recommend for folks?
Beginner horrors movie. If you're really scared, you could start out with like maybe thrillers or something.
Okay, yeah.
I know I did that. It's not even like a horror movie, but I watched Signs when I was younger, and it scared
Mhm.
me a little. And I was like, oh, it's not that bad. And then I kind of like worked my way up. Or if you're ready to like go straight into horror, just start with like. I mean, it kind of depends what scares you. Like go
Right.
with like just kind of the most basic like ghost movie you could find, or like a home invasion. Like it kind of depends what scares you, like where you want to start.
Right, like do you
'Cause-
want like a jump scare or do you want something that like
yeah,
shakes you to your
it's gonna
core?
mess with your head.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
I'd say jump scares are the easiest to like kind of get
Right.
used to.
And then the
Because
other
well,
feeling is it sticks with you.
right, like jump scares aren't really gonna like keep you up at night, so maybe that's a
Yeah.
good place to start.
There you go. Start with a jump scare. Seems a little counterintuitive, but that's where you want to start. Gosh. I want to know for when it comes to horror, what are your favorite tropes? Like any tropes that you always love seeing or maybe tropes that you kind of like, oh, I don't like seeing it in horror movies. What do you think?
So I let's see. I mean, it depends. Like, I guess that for the tropes, it's more like because there's some horror movies I watch because they're scary, and there's some I watch because they're just like fun.
Right.
Like they're just kind of like
Right.
goofy, like they're stupid, but I like them. Like like I really love like the slashers, and they just like they
Yeah.
just do something stupid, like they walk in the basement like in a towel. Hello, is anybody there?
It's like, come
Like,
on
oh
now.
my god, you're just like screaming at the TV, but it's like always like it's always so much fun.
Oh my
I love just
gosh.
like young dumb people being stupid in horror movies. It always makes me laugh so much.
Gosh. For
Yeah, let's
me,
split up, gang.
You're right? It's like, come on, why would you do that? Gosh.
Exactly.
I think for me the scariest trope, like the tropes that I have a hard time like dealing with is anything that has to do with like body horror, like anything that has to do with the eyes or like oh gosh, eyes are the window to the soul. So I don't know,
Yeah.
body horror to me I always go, ugh, I have to look
Yeah,
away.
ooh. I'm that way with like any kind of like bugs. If there's like bugs inside of
Oh,
somebody,
creepy crawlies.
I can't do
Oh.
that. I can watch the movie, but something that will freak me out after I watch a movie is I'm very superstitious with like mirrors and stuff. So anything with mirrors freaks me out. My mirror cannot look in my bed. Like I have it like
oh
away.
my gosh.
That stuff freaks me out too, definitely.
Ooh.
Yeah, that stuff gets me.
Oh gosh. Well, enough about the spooky tropes. I'm starting to give myself chills. What are your favorite like creative concepts in horror? Whether it's movies, video games, any like subversions that you've really enjoyed in the horror genre?
Creative concept.
Mhm.
That's tricky.
I know,
No,
right?
I just love like I think with horror movies it's so hard to find something like original nowadays.
Mhm.
Like everything's kind of been done, and so I get really excited when I see a movie that either like does something I haven't seen
Right.
before,
Right.
or just like does something so well that it's still like creepy.
Yeah.
Like there's this one movie I watched, and my family actually didn't like it, but I enjoyed it just because it was something like fresh that I
Mhm.
hadn't seen.
Mhm.
Maybe I just hadn't seen a movie like it, but it's
Right.
called Caveat.
Oh, what is it about?
And it was about this guy. So this girl lived in this big mansion, and her family had died, but she won't leave the mansion. Her uncle's like, oh my gosh, I need someone to stay with her. Like she's
Mhm.
not safe
Yeah.
with herself. And so he hires this guy to go stay with her just to like watch over her.
Right.
She like doesn't want to be around anyone. She doesn't trust anyone because there was a lot of
Sure.
like violence and stuff.
Sure.
And he was like, the only way she'll let you stay in this house
Mhm.
is if we hook you up to this. There's this big vest with a big chain on it going down to the basement. And
Oh,
so it's basically set up so he can't walk far enough to get into her bedroom. So that's what like made her feel safe. And he's like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And it's on this isolated island. Like you can't move.
Oh, so scary.
And so creepy stuff starts happening. I won't spoil it.
What is it called?
Caveat?
Okay, Caveat. Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's the Okay, I see.
Yeah, yeah. I really liked that movie. It was just something like I hadn't seen before. Like it was like a new idea, so I thought it was really cool.
Okay, I'll check it out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. I think one of my favorite subversions is a lot of people expect all the scary things to happen at night. So whenever they have something scary happen in the daytime, it just completely like, catches me off guard. And it's a really good spook because I think, gosh, was it Insidious when they were having a little bit of a spoiler here, but they were having like a conversation at the dinner table. And I think he was recounting some things that were happening the other day. And they kept cutting back and forth between the two characters, like they were talking to each other, right? Cutting back and forth, and it would just slowly start zooming in closer as they kept, going back and forth. And it was in the middle of the day, and then they finally, at the end of this, like huge sequence of them cutting back and forth between the two, the demon shows up right behind like the guy, just in the brightness of the day, and it just took me out. It was so spooky. It was such a good spook.
Yeah. I love it when they can do that. When what comes to mind is like in a game, if they either kind of like a lot of horror games will kind of create like a pattern to where like you feel like there are certain places where you feel like you're safe.
Oh yes.
And so I played Night Delivery, which is just it's like this weird like it's the weird like animation is already creepy and it's just like really unnerving. You kind of scare yourself, like feeling like something's gonna happen. But when I was playing the game consistently, the elevator was a safe place. The elevator is safe. I walk in the elevator, nothing's happened there. I go in, I go up. And so I walk into the elevator, and the elevator buttons don't work. And then like this guy runs at you, and he makes the most awful sound I've ever heard. I'm really sensitive to like scary sounds so much. And I like threw off my headset. I like started crying. I was like, oh my god! It was the worst jump scare. It was the worst jump scare I've ever had. But yeah, it was like they made me feel secure and then they just took it away.
Right. They don't, they break those patterns. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing your love for the horror genre. I hope everyone out there, whether you're a horror fan or not, you learned something new today. I certainly did. I think it's time to move on to our last topic for the day. Would you like to enlighten us? What is reality TV and what is the appeal of reality TV shows?
Reality TV, it's one of those things, like, I don't know why I like it so much. It's just kind of like a fun, brainless activity. It's like, I don't have to, like, think when I watch it. I can just, like, put it on. And it's like, I don't know. It's just fun to, like, watch. It's a guilty pleasure for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just watching people, like, just, like, be dramatic and, like, argue or, like, I watch a lot of, like, the dating ones and stuff, so it's just, like, drama. And it's just, like, so much fun to watch and, like, try to, like, guess what's gonna happen. I don't know why I like it so much.
So those shows where it's, like, they throw a bunch of, like, single people on an island and see what happens, is that reality TV?
Yeah, like, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff for sure. Like, I like other stuff, too, like Survivor and stuff like that. But a majority of what I watch is more, like, dating reality shows. There's like a level of like trashiness. There's like the better ones, and then like the Jersey Shore.
Oh gosh.
But they're just like so much fun.
So do you have a favorite reality TV show?
Yeah, it depends what I'm looking for, really.
Sure.
So as far as like ones that are a bit more wholesome,
sure.
I mean, there's still drama, of course, but like there's one called Love is Blind, where people want to like, get in a relationship, and so they sign up for this thing where they just talk to each other through a wall, and they don't know anything about like what each other looks like, and they like talk to a bunch of people and then decide who they like, and then eventually like they'll propose like through the wall. And then then after they propose, if they accept, then they'll get to like meet and see like
Oh,
what each other looks like,
wow.
and then they'll
Yeah.
like move in together and like date for a while and just
Wow.
decide if they want to like actually get married. And
Oh my
of course,
gosh.
like some of it can be trashy, like maybe somebody liked the same person, but like they all
Oh.
couple up fairly early on and are like in
Okay.
their relationships. So, but yeah, like there were some like really, really wholesome couples that are like still together that came out of that show.
Aww.
It was really, I think it was like a really sweet idea. So I
I
liked
love
that one a lot.
that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But on the opposite end,
Okay.
uh,
Oh gosh, here we
there's
go.
like ones that are just like drama ridden.
Oh.
One that I found really interesting.
Mhm.
I mean, there's like the big ones, of course. Like I watched The Bachelor and all that, but there's
Sure.
one. I think it was on Netflix. It's called The Ultimatum.
Okay.
And
What
it
is
is
it about?
just a hot mess of an idea. So basically, a handful of couples
Mm-hmm.
come in, and what's the thing about each of these couples is one of them has given an ultimatum, like we need to get married or we're breaking up.
Oh wow.
And the other person's like, I don't know if I'm ready. And so they
Right.
go to this show,
Oh, okay.
and they like all kind of like mingle for a little while, and then they're like, okay, so you're gonna split off from your partner.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna choose someone else that's here, and you're gonna live with them like they're your significant other for 3 weeks.
Oh
Which,
my
like,
gosh.
obviously, like that's crazy, right?
Right,
Like that's
right.
gonna cause so much problems. But the idea is that like it'll show them like,
Oh, what they
are
miss about their
you?
partner and things like
Yeah,
that.
I guess that's the idea of it. Like, and
Mm.
of course, like some people go back to their partner, some people decide to break up, some people like fall in love with this new person, and
Oh.
it is just like
Oh
it is
my gosh.
drama, drama,
That
drama.
is
'Cause like,
drama.
and
Oh my gosh.
yeah, and the girls will are like they'll split off and do activities like just the girls and just the guys,
Oh.
and so they're just like sitting across from the guy that's like sleeping in the same bed as his wife, and it's just like,
Ah!
oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
it's just like
gosh.
I just thought the idea was so crazy. I can't believe they found people that like
That's so
wanted to go on this
wild.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh
one
my
was nuts,
gosh.
but it was really good. I watched the whole
Mhm.
thing.
Oh. That's the thing about the reality TV. You wouldn't think, you would enjoy all the drama, all the sobbing
Yeah.
and the screaming. I remember my friend invited me to or my friends invited me to, they were doing a bachelor or bachelorette watch party. Though that's a reality TV show name. And I remember I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll bring some work to do. I'll bring some like homework or whatever. I'll come watch with you guys. The first half hour I'd kind of just like look up, a little bit. But by the end of it, I was like, Brittany, come on, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that to Jeanette? Oh my gosh, like. You
Exactly.
just get so
Yeah.
involved. You get so emotionally
You
involved.
do. Yeah, especially with I also watch shows that are not so much like dating shows, but they're like following people's lives. Like 90 Day Fiance, that kind of thing. And there's one that I particularly like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called I Love a Mama's Boy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically about all these couples that are in a relationship where the guy is like weirdly close to his mom, like too much, like
Oh.
something's weird about their relationship, and
Uh-huh.
it's just so strange to watch. Like this one guy, like
Uh-huh.
it was Valentine's Day, and he's
Uh-huh.
like, we're gonna go out, we're gonna go rock climbing,
Uh-huh.
blah blah. And she's like, alone, and he's like, oh no, my mom's coming, and she's like, oh my gosh, it's Valentine's Day, and she's like so upset, and she's like, all right, she can come with us rock climbing, but she can't come to dinner. And then he like tells his mom, like, okay, we're just gonna go to dinner us two. And she's like, why do you hate it? Just like
Oh god.
throwing a
It's
fit
not that
about
we
it.
hate you, it's just Valentine's Day. Oh my
Some alone
god.
time, yeah. And then she like faked a knee injury, and he like left his girlfriend at dinner. It was like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, each couple is like has their own problems on that show, but it's
wow.
like, yeah, it's a really interesting to
Oh
watch.
my goodness. Have you ever thought about, if you were in a reality TV show, what would it be about? What would it be like?
I don't know. I could never. I could never be on like most of the shows I watch. I
Too
I am too
cutthroat.
sensitive.
Right.
I would cry every day. I feel like I would just have to be on like one of those just like I don't know, one of those shows that just like follows like people and their like
Right.
daily
In
life.
their day-to-day
Because
life.
I can handle that. I can't do any of this drama, crazy
Oh, if
stuff.
someone starts
I
yelling
would
at me, I'm leaving the show.
I will cry.
I will
I will
cry
cry.
and leave the show. Oh my
Yeah, I wouldn't be able
gosh.
to handle it.
Oh my goodness. What about like reality talent shows like America's Next Top Model
Ah.
or like The Voice? What are your thoughts on those? Or like RuPaul?
I like those. I think those are fun. Especially I like cooking competitions.
Oh,
Like Hell's Kitchen
sure,
and like
sure.
Master Chef.
Master Chef.
I
Oh my
love that
gosh.
stuff. I will binge that all day
Do you
long.
think do you think you can make it on a Master Chef?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm a decent cook, but I don't know all this fancy
Mm.
stuff that they know. I
Oh
wouldn't be
no
able
no
to
no no
do
no.
it.
Maybe we could
But oh
do
my gosh, it's so cool.
a reality cooking show, but it's all about like home chefs.
Yeah, yeah, that would be fun.
Oh my gosh.
Especially, I love like the themes, like they have like Halloween baking competitions and
Mhm.
stuff. Those are always so much fun too.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. What are your thoughts about like fashion reality shows like Queer Eye or
Oh,
Project Runway, Say Yes to the Dress?
I love fashion shows as well. There's this one, and I think there's only one
Mm.
season still. It was called Next in Fashion.
Oh.
And
Oh,
it's like
okay.
it's kind of like Project Runway, but I liked it like even better. But I used to live off of Project Runway. I watched that so much growing up, and like America's Next Top Model, I watched it so
Oh
much.
gosh.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Next in Fashion, if you're looking for
Yeah.
another one, is
Because
really
I
good.
think Next in Fashion has one of the guys from the Fab Five in
Yes,
Queer
yes, it
Eye.
does.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it
I'll have
was
to
a
check it out.
really, really good show. Yeah, it was
Oh my
awesome.
gosh. So do you have a recommendation, maybe a first reality TV show for folks to sink their teeth
Whoop,
into?
oops, sorry.
Oh, good morning. Oh, are you late for your shift at the puppy cafe?
I don't know. I think it's a spam call on my work phone. It's a Saturday.
Uh-oh.
No one should be calling me.
Yeah, you don't have a shift at the puppy cafe. Come
I get
on
a lot
now.
of spam calls though.
Oh no, I feel that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, a recommendation for those maybe who are a little hesitant to watch reality TV shows but are kind of intrigued now that we've talked about it. What do you
Yeah.
think?
So it depends, obviously, what you're looking for. Like, there's cooking competition shows. Like anything with Gordon Ramsay is gonna be good.
Mhm.
Like if you like outdoorsy stuff, there's
Mhm.
Survivor or
Mhm.
Alone. If you're looking for fashion, there's Next in Fashion. If you're
Mhm.
looking for just like the drama, I think a really fun one to watch just like with friends
Mhm.
is like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Ah,
One time we made these like what's it called? Like a tournament
Oh.
bracket.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
guessing, we kind of like guessed who was gonna like make it to the end. And it'd just be kind of fun to try to like predict who's gonna go home or like
Mhm.
there's always like some kind I think sometimes they like maybe plant people in there that are just
Yeah.
crazy. So it's a pretty like tame show. Like there's
Right.
no it's not like an MTV like trashy this person like is
Mhm.
going to a schmexy room upstairs. Like it's none of that stuff. But it's still like just as much drama. So
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you want a wholesome reality TV show, I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about a fashion reality show. It's called Queer Eye. And so it's not just fashion. So fashion is one of the points that they talk about, but they do basically a whole like life transformation, and it's a different story every episode, I think. And it's basically different folks who want to transform their lives. So one of the episodes was this guy, he really wanted to like freshen up and I don't know, really freshen up for his like wife, and it was really sweet. And they helped him like,
Aw.
bump up his fashion style, like learn how to like groom himself better. There was this one where a dad really wanted to be there for his kids a lot more, and so they taught him how to cook better meals, like more whole, like
Wow.
healthy meals for his kids. There was another episode where someone was kicked out of their home, and it was they were trying to find their sense of identity and like a sense of belonging. And it's just really nice seeing them like
Wow.
transform their houses, their fashion wardrobe, and their lifestyle as well, kind of like finding friendship, finding community. It's
Wow.
so amazing.
That's super nice. It's like not just a makeover, it's like a whole like
Right.
life-changing thing.
Right.
That's awesome.
Oh, and it made
I
me
love
cry.
those like wholesome. Oh yeah. There was this one show that I really liked. I was just scrolling on Netflix. I was like just wanting to watch some reality TV, and it was called 20 something.
Mhm.
And I was expecting like it's just like, oh, we take a bunch of like 20-something-year-olds and we
Mhm.
stick them in a house in like LA or something,
Right.
and they just like live there and we document it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be nuts. This is gonna be trash. But it was like the most wholesome show. Like
Mhm.
everyone was just so sweet. It was kind of, I guess you could compare it to like an American like terrace house. Like it's just kind of like everyone just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
living together.
I know Terrace
And
House.
just like, yeah, it's kind of like that where like if there's no like drama. I mean, of course, like something will
Right.
happen. Sorry, but I was talking.
No, you're good. I'm
Um,
sure you guys are opening up at the puppy cafe now, huh?
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was just kind of like wholesome, like it's just like friendships
Oh.
and following their lives, and like everyone just kind of comes with like a goal and they'll leave when they meet it. It's just kind of like it was really
Oh.
nice. I liked that show a lot.
So wholesome. Oh, I love to hear it. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us your fondness for reality TV shows. Before we start wrapping up for the day, before we read any super chats or answer any lingering questions from the chat, I'd like to know, what sort of things do you want to do in the future on your channel? What are your goals? What are we expecting for, the future of the wonderful Shiicho?
Yeah, so there's lots of stuff I want to do. I'm working on my first cover right now.
Woohoo!
I'm not really a singer, but I'm trying to practice because we have our idol
Sure.
project and stuff.
Of course.
So I'm trying to get better at that.
Mhm.
I've recently started doing ASMR. I have a video that's gonna come out later today.
Mhm.
It's like a sleep
Mhm.
aid thing. So I'm trying to like learn how to do all of that stuff, and that's been a lot of fun.
Oh.
I play a lot of games. I play a lot of horror games. I'll keep doing those. I just like playing games a
Yeah.
lot. But yeah, there's like I just like trying new things. I do all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
just have to see.
Do you want to give us a teaser or a hint for your cover, or do you want to keep it under wraps?
Oh yeah, actually, so my chat voted on it, and
Oh.
it chose "All the Good Girls Go to Hell" by Billie Eilish.
Oh.
Is the first one. But then I
I'm
have
so
like a lot of
excited.
other stuff I want to do.
Sure.
I want to do I haven't told anyone this yet, and I don't know if I'm allowed to yet because I have to check permissions.
Oh.
But I want to do like some video game songs, like Shadow the Hedgehog,
Yeah.
or like some Sonic Adventure 2, like stuff like that.
Oh my
I'd like to do
gosh.
some of that. But I
Sure.
have to check if I can get the permissions for it.
Sure. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all are too. And remember, if you want to check out She's channel, please check out the title and the description. The link to her channel will be there as well. You're on Twitter as well?
Yes.
Mhm. And is it safe to assume that you're also on TikTok?
I am on TikTok, but honestly, I realized how much you have to post.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have to upload a short every day.
Oh,
So I
pretty
don't
much.
upload on there. I just browse on there.
Oh,
I just
I
use it.
feel
It's like
that.
my browsing account.
I feel that. Oh my gosh. Any other
Yeah.
platforms you should find you on?
Nope, that is it.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for being here today. We're going to spend some time, if there's any lingering questions and reading some super chats. But what did you think about today?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Oh, I'm happy to hear it. Oh my
I
gosh.
love rambling.
Oh, and it was so wonderful hearing you ramble about. Do you want to share maybe another animal fact while I bring up the super chat reader?
Oh, okay. I could just tell you about one of my favorite sharks.
Yeah.
I really like epaulet sharks. They're really, really small.
How do you spell that?
EPAULLETTE, I think.
Epaulette.
sharks?
Oh, that is so
Mhm.
cute. I love that. Epaulette shark.
Yeah, and they're so cute. And what I think is so cool about them is they will kind of like go in like little like tide pools,
Oh.
and they have these little like fins that they can kind of like waddle on.
Oh.
And so they will like waddle out of the tide pool and then like dive into another one. They're like called the like walking shark.
Now,
They're so cool.
is this big? So if you search up a picture of an epaulette shark, there's a big black hole. Is that a camouflage thing, or is it meant to look like the eyes of a big monster? What is it supposed to be?
Yeah, it's just a defense. It makes them look less tasty, less approachable.
Because there's a big hole in them.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just,
gosh.
they're
You said the
more-
walking
yeah,
shark?
They're so cool. That's what they call them,
Oh, I
walking
love
shark. You can look
that.
at videos of them kind of like waddling.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
so cool.
So they can be in shallow water, is that correct?
Yeah, so they'll like go from like one kind of like tide pool and then like waddle over to
Oh
another one.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
can they
they're so
be out of
cool.
water at all?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Oh my gosh. The
They won't
evolutionary
like just
link.
like hang out there, but they'll like just kind of walk out of the water.
Right, if
that
they
in the
need
other
to.
one.
Oh
Mhm.
wow. What is that your favorite shark?
It's one of my favorites. I have so many favorite
Oh
sharks.
my
I did a whole
gosh.
stream during Shark Week about my favorite sharks. I did a whole PowerPoint presentation.
Oh my gosh.
I have so many sharks I like.
I feel like I don't know much about sharks. I know the hammerhead shark.
Yeah, they're so cool. They're so cool.
Oh my gosh. Well, a huge shout out to Demon Warrior for the dono. Funds for the next VTuber reality TV show. May it bring the community together. Right, when I thought of VTuber reality TV show, I was thinking something more on the wholesome side, like, like Queer Eye or some of the other ones that we've mentioned. But oh gosh, I don't want to imagine a more like, cutthroat, like Love Island or oh gosh.
No.
I don't know if I'd want to be a part of that.
No.
I don't. But what do you think? What do you think we would have in like a wholesome VTuber reality
I feel
TV
like
show?
there could be cool like wholesome like streamer house shows, like maybe all the girls in your like company or gen like live in a little house together.
Yeah,
that'd be so fun.
Wait, I'm gonna do that next time I visit. One of the Prism girls, we'll do like a reality TV show sort of like vlog. Gosh.
Yeah.
Write that down, everyone. Write that down before I forget. Gosh. Maybe we could do like almost like a series where we feature like different VTuber stories and like their reason for becoming a VTuber, some of the struggles maybe they experience being a VTuber, but also some of the like really exciting and fun, fulfilling things about being a VTuber. I think that would be super fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I don't know, maybe I can practice my documentary filmmaking skills there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Noir, thank you so much for the super chat. Noir said first funds for RKNGL's reality TV show. Oh my gosh. Archangels, you have to let us know in the chat what sort of, activities do you all want to go up to? Do you want to do a cooking show? Oh my gosh. Kektor, thank you for the dodo. Kektor said there are so many kinds of sharks out there, but what shark do you think is the best at baking? Obviously, it is the cookie cutter shark. Oh my gosh. I think that we deserve another shark fact. Are you okay with giving us another shark fact?
Yeah. Okay, so another shark I like is called the sand tiger shark.
Oh.
And they look really scary. They have so many teeth that they can't close their mouth all the way. They just kind of stick out.
Oh, I see it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they look really intimidating, but they're actually not a very aggressive type of shark. But they just kind of like look scarier than they are. But yeah, they can be like a bit more timid as far as sharks go.
Gosh, this looks like the guy from Nemo.
Yeah.
When the whole fish are friends, not food.
Yeah. Bruce.
Okay, Bruce is Bruce. I have to search. I have to see the lore. Is Bruce? Let's see. Oh my gosh,
Bruce is a great way, but I don't know.
I almost said, what genre of shark is Bruce? We were talking too much about reality TV and about horror. We're genre. Gosh. What's your favorite genre of animal? Oh my gosh. No, I think you're right about great white sharks. Any other sea creatures you really like?
Oh my gosh, I like a lot. I think that sea urchins are pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever like gotten to touch one.
No, I haven't.
So cool. If you ever get to touch a sea urchin, you can if you put your finger kind of between their spines, it won't hurt you at all. But you'll notice that the spines kind of like start to grab your finger, not hard, but it'll like wrap around your finger.
Oh wow!
And that's actually them checking if you're food. And so if they were to catch a piece of food, then they would kind of use their spines to like bring it all the way around their body to the bottom where their mouth is. So it's like they give little sea urchin hugs, but they're really just.
Oh my gosh, a hug! Oh. Well, now I know. Oh my gosh. Woo. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. I feel like sometimes I get a little spooked by like how vast the sea is. But then I think about like all the cool sea creatures that are living there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's so cool. I do have a fear of like deep open water though. Like Subnautica and VR scares me so
Oh
much.
my gosh.
Just because I've watched too many, like I don't like the feeling of being exposed underneath me. Like I feel like something's gonna grab my feet. It's just like the unknown of the ocean.
Oh my gosh. Into the unknown.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, now I'm kind of like hungry for seafood. I think I might go get some.
Yeah.
After we had an event stream the other day, we were talking about how we wanted to get some sushi as an after party. I think I might get some for lunch now.
Oh yeah.
Do you like seafood?
I love seafood. I eat seafood like every day. Like I eat so much. I eat a lot of fish. It's like my main like source of food. I just got some sushi yesterday. I still have some left over.
Do you have a favorite fish?
my go-to is salmon. I eat a lot of salmon.
Oh my gosh, we're the same.
Yes, it's so good. You can eat it so many different ways
Right?
too.
Oh
Like,
my
it's so
god.
good. It's so good.
And saying thank you so much for the dono. Saying says thank you for all of this week's streams. It's fun for the AOF to watch along. It still have some backlog to watch. Oh my gosh. We were talking about how our anime backlogs just keep growing and growing, but they never get shorter, unfortunately.
Oh
Gosh.
yeah, I know.
If you do end up checking out the Junji Ito collection or Yamishibai, please let me know. I think a lot of them, I think it's a good mix between like jump scare, but also like horror, like deep set horror that kind of sits with you and I guess gives you the chills, right? So
Ooh, I have to check that out.
and it's great. You don't have to like sit down and watch it all and then like, oh, I forgot what happened last episode. It's none of that. You
Yeah.
can really just watch however many you want. You can put it down for like 2 or 3 weeks and come back to it, and it's all hunky dory.
That's awesome. I will definitely be checking that out. I'm excited.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
I'm
looking
so
for some more
excited.
spooky stuff. as
And then
October comes.
I'm gonna watch Kawaii, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah?
It's
Yeah.
perfect for the spooky season coming up. I've been thinking of maybe doing like a scary movie like marathon at some point in the holiday season. I guess holiday season for me starts in the fall because I think of like
Yeah.
Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then all of the winter holidays and then New Year's and then Valentine's Day, and then you kind of chill out for a little bit. You kind of take a break. Thank goodness, all of that exciting stuff that
Yeah.
happens during the. I've heard that the reason why we have so many like holidays during like the winter months or the fall months is because it's cold. People are spending a lot of time indoors, and it's a great time to spend with like loved ones indoors. That's why we have so many
Yeah.
from fall through winter.
That's true. There's like nothing in the summertime because we're all outside.
We're all
doing stuff.
outside hanging out. It's just one big holiday, summer, right? Summer
Yeah.
vacation. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you had lots of fun chatting with me and the Archangels. Was there a
Yeah.
specific part of today that you really enjoyed? Anything that you were particularly excited to talk about?
Oh my gosh, I like all of it. I don't get a lot of opportunities to share my animal facts. They're just like
Oh my
living in my brain.
Share
They're
another
not
one.
like
Share
they're
another
never
one.
really relevant to conversation. So
Oh.
I that was a lot of fun.
I'm
I just
happy
like
to
I
hear
like
that.
talking about all this stuff so
Yeah.
much. So thank you so much
Of
for having
course. Saying asked, what is my favorite animal? Gosh, I like ducks. I think ducks are cute. Both like
Ooh.
domesticated ducks and like wild ducks. I don't know.
me.
I used to have growing up. I had this plushie that was a duck, and guess what its name was?
What?
Ducky.
Wow.
I know the
That's
creativity is off the charts, but gosh, it was so much fun getting to learn about what makes you tick, what makes you excited, and lights that fire inside of you. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy to have you, and you said thank you for having me, and the pleasure is all mine. So
Aw.
before we thank today's Archangel Radio sponsors and sign out for the day, do you want to share one more animal fact?
One more animal fact. Ooh, let's think. Which one do I want?
Do you have any about
What do I
ducks?
want? I only have one really awful fact about ducks.
Oh,
It's
then
kinda
never
gross,
mind. It's
though.
okay. You don't seem very excited about that one, so you don't have to if you don't want to.
It's it's gross.
Oh, okay. No worries. You can think about a different animal. Let's
Let's
see.
see.
Mhm.
Oh, I have another, cute. I have a couple. I have a couple about otters. I
Yeah.
like otters a lot. Otters have they will pick a favorite rock and they will keep it in their little armpit pocket and they'll carry it all around as their favorite rock and they'll use it to like break open shells and stuff. And so
Oh,
I thought that was really cute that they just like have their own little favorite
their
rock.
special
also-
rock.
Yeah, they'll also like tie up their babies in kilts so that they don't float away. If they're like going to like get food or something, and they'll hold hands when they sleep.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Oh gosh, and before you go, we have another super chat that just came in. Thank you, TV Table Tray. Please enlighten us. Do you have a favorite holiday?
It's Halloween by far.
Oh my
Halloween is my favorite
gosh.
ever. I love Halloween.
So we're gonna have to do
Halloween-
something to celebrate.
Yes,
Oh my
yes. I
gosh.
love
We
Halloween
should
so
watch a movie
much.
together. You want to watch a movie together or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, that would be so fun. Yeah, we
Okay.
should.
We'll,
Definitely.
we'll start brainstorming the movies.
Yeah.
Oh my
Heck yeah.
gosh. But thanks again, and a huge shout out to today's Archangel Radio sponsors. Let me see if I can take a look. Oh gosh, my vision. This text is so small. Let's see. A huge shout out to the Sang Program, the Demon Warrior Foundation, the Kektor Fund, the Sang Organization, and the Noir Poet Charitable Trust, and for viewers like you. Thank you.
Yay!
And
Thank
to our
you.
wonderful guests. Do you have any exciting news, announcements you want to share real quickly before we sign off?
Let's see. Oh, as far as news, oops, sorry, my dog is like.
No worries. Such is the life of a puppy cafe maid, huh?
I will be probably in early October revealing my idol outfit design for our idol project.
Woo!
I know what it looks like already. I love it so much, but I'm waiting on the final
Sure.
colored sketch to do a full reveal. So I will be doing an outfit reveal of that.
Oh
Coming
my
soon.
gosh. Coming
Really excited.
soon. Well, I'll be sure to keep an eye out for it. So everyone, be sure to hype she up, okay?
Yay!
And
I'm so excited.
oh my goodness, I cannot wait. And you're going to be doing so many amazing things in the future. I cannot wait. But as always, I'm the idol to give you the wings to fly. Cyber Angel Rita Kamishiro at your service. And this has been Archangel Radio. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. One last animal fact. Tapirs are actually closely related to horses. And the girls are bigger than the boys. And if you look up tapir baby, it's the cutest thing you've ever seen. And they call them little watermelon babies because they're striped like a watermelon. They're very cute.
Oh
Please
my
look it up.
gosh. Okay, you all have some homework to do. Bye!